Okay, so having looked at those, we're going to move straight on to adjectives. And adjectives are there to describe nouns and pronouns, which we'll come to in a minute. So it adds a bit of information, the adjective. There's some examples. Something can be big, it could be quiet, it could be glamorous or handsome, it could be plain, sparkling, all sorts of things. It adds some information in terms of description. So when you're writing a story or something like that, or you're trying to describe a situation, you're usually using adjectives to add some colour to the situation, to give some extra information. So for example, the food was delicious. The clever Sherlock Holmes solved the mystery. Clever. It adds some information to the fact that Sherlock Holmes was there. The day was dark with clouds. Dark, the adjective. That's a very brief explanation of what adds to your description through adjectives. Shooting on towards prepositions now. The preposition, the clues in the name, gives a position. It tells you where the noun is or the pronoun is. It tells you where it's happening or where it's been placed. So examples, it could be any of those sorts of things. So sitting among the flowers, or looking to, he was beyond the point of no return. Anything like that. Examples of those sorts of things. Prepositions. The dog lay on the floor. The preposition explains where the noun, the dog, was. He was stuck between a rock and a hard place. So he, where was he? Between. I pressed the button properly. A rock and a hard place. He hid the body under the floorboards. There's your preposition. Adverbs is our next little bit of interest, if you want to call it that. Adverbs do what they say, add to the verb. They are help to describe verbs, they help to describe adjectives, and they also could add more to another adverb, but they are extra again. So we looked at the start of it, where we're looking at the verbs, we're looking at the nouns, and we're looking at things like that, and these extra bits of parts of speech always add some information to it to clarify your writing, to make it much clearer, to make it more entertaining and interesting. So, examples of adverbs. Accidentally, you did something lazily, you moved smoothly. How the verb is happening, how is it happening? The adverb, it adds to the verb. And you can see, as we've noticed before, that most of these have got ly on the end, which is a clue to show you that it is an adverb. Not all of them, because you can have things like often, but most of them will have the ly on the end. So let's have a look at some examples. The swan swam. How did it swim? Gracefully down the river. She snored. How did she snore? Deafeningly. The knight fought the dragon. How did he fight the dragon? Courageously. And that there will help you to recognise your adverbs.